fell asleep. Yeah, to where we can finish the movie tomorrow if you want. Yeah, you missed just about like the last 10 minutes. I had a feeling you might wake up, and I brought some stuff over to help you sleep because I want to make sure that you get the best night's sleep ever, because we have so much fun stuff planned for tomorrow. I want you to be really well rested. Yeah. The puppies also fell asleep too. They're like underneath the blanket sleeping. So I boiled some water, and I brought us some mugs here if you want. I have this bedtime tea. I usually get like a chamomile or lavender or something. This is my first time getting this flavor, and I am obsessed with it. It's so sweet. It literally tastes like caramel water. And there's California poppy, L-theanine. There is chamomile in it. Both sleep. Roasted chicory root, skullcap leaf, nutmeg kernel, cinnamon bark, stevia leaf, cardamom pod, ginger root, clove, black pepper, and then like caramel flavor. I don't know how they do it. It's so good though. And organic vanilla flavor. I'm kind of going through a vanilla thing. I have a vanilla scented candle that my friend got me for the holidays, and I'm really into vanilla incense too. That's what I have burning. It's kind of a nostalgic scent. It's one of the notes in my favorite incense of all time. The first incense that I ever got into was called Mushroom Vision by Liquid Blue, and they discontinued it. But then I realized that vanilla is one of the notes in it, and I thought it would smell like a candle and just make me hungry. But to me, vanilla incense smells like a cappuccino in a fairy forest. It's amazing. And then my lip gloss is vanilla, and there's just a lot of vanilla going on. So would you like a cup? Right? Sounds so good. And just, it tastes like dessert. How do you open it this side? I still have like a lot of different bags. A lot more bags. Still a lot in here. You get like 20, I think. Okay, this is your cup with the kitty cat wrapped around the big yarn ball, okay? You can just help yourself whenever you want. Oh yeah, I was writing in my journal. I like to write in it at night usually, but sometimes I write in the morning too. You know what? I could wash your face for you if you want. I have the cleansing wipes. Yeah. These are really nice. There is a pineapple in here. They smell really good. It's very tropical. Like the little hibiscus flower, Hawaiian tropical flowers. I like these because they're like nice, clean ingredients. Alright, just relax. And your cheek, your forehead. That's good. How does that feel? Gonna make you feel squeaky clean. Get this cheek over here. Like chin. And your nose. And your neck. Perfect. Let's put this over here. Night cream. It's called Wake Up Beautiful. Matches the color of my room too. This has floral cells, quinoa, and mushrooms, and it has relaxation aromatherapy in it as well. And it says replenish and quench your beauty sleep. So I'm gonna put it on for you. Yeah, I don't mind. I just love the illustration on this too. The little silver bit. So pretty. Alright, I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down your forehead. How is that? Yeah, a little face massage is great before bed. This stuff smells so good. I think it's lavender in it. Around your cheeks. Your chin. Get your nose. Your neck. There you go. This is the eye cream that I use. It's by Tarte. It's got a little wooden top. And it says Maracuja Sea Brightener Eye Treatment. I love it. I've been using it for a long time. I like to switch up different brands, but this is something I go back to. I have to use my ring fingers. Tap it on. Nice and gentle. Just look up. And then close your eyes. I'm going to put it on your lids too. All the way around. How do you like that? Yeah, I love this stuff. It absorbs really quick. So I have this jojoba oil. I use it for adding essential oils too. It's lavender. Would you like some? Do you like lavender? Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it along your temples, and then along your neck, and then in your clavicle, and it'll go into your lymphatic system, and then the aromatherapy will just make you feel so relaxed. Just a little bit. Okay. And a little bit of the lavender. Just add it right into the oil. You need a carrier oil when applying essential oils to the skin so that it's not as intense. Perfect. Alright, I'm just gonna mix it in. And I could actually put it around on your ears too, give you a little ear massage. Here, come a little closer. Here, I'll start with your temples. Right. How is that? Okay. Just gonna massage your ears a little bit with the lavender oil. Just close your eyes. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put it along your neck. And your temples. Nice. Relaxing circular motions. Alright, let's see. What else can I do? I have my hairbrush. I can brush your hair if you'd like. Yeah. It's always nice to brush your hair before bed. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna get right above your head. Just relax. Your hair looks good. Okay. I have this Serenity spray. I'm sorry, Serenity Aroma Mist. It's by Luna Roma. I got this when I visited Burlington, Vermont a really long time ago. Sometimes it's nice to spray the pillows before we go to sleep. Would you like that? Yeah. I don't even know what's in here. It doesn't say. It's a surprise. But it's very relaxing. Yeah? Okay. Just move your head to the side. I'm just gonna spray the pillows. Okay? And it's just gonna be this amazing, beautiful little smelling cloud. Alright, over here. Okay, I'm gonna tilt your head the other way. Great. Can you guess what it smells like? I can't. Maybe like cedarwood, lavender. I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh yeah, I put a little crystal in there. You can hear it. I like putting crystals in things. Sometimes before bed I like to sage before sleeping. Helps like, yeah, just give a nice good vibe. And I like the way it smells and it just feels like more protected. I'll sage you up. Cleanse your aura so you have sweet dreams. It also kills bacteria in the air, so it's just good for your health as well. It's good for the air in the room. I have this Himalayan salt candle. It looks like rose quartz, right? It's beautiful. And I got these little tea lights. They're made with soy wax and then little hemp or cotton wicks, I think, actually. Here, I'm gonna light it. These are really good for the ions in the air, reduces inflammation, and it promotes a better night's sleep. So it's good to have next to the bed. Yeah, it'll take a little bit to get cooking, but we started it. I love this thing. It gives a really nice glow. It's like a cool little night light for a little bit. Alright, so I'll put this on the side next to us. Sometimes I like to play a singing bowl before bed. A little sound therapy helps raise the vibration in the room, elevate the frequency. I'll play it for a little bit. Just like little taps are nice too, right? This is red because it's supposed to help activate the root chakra. C note. It's like a binaural beat. It's just a nice thing to do before bed. Helps like green air of meditation, which is always nice. A little red singing bowl, my red drinking cup. Okay, also in addition to the sleepy tea, I also brought you some tinctures you can drink if you want to help you sleep. This one is straight up just called Deep Sleep. What's in here? What's in you? California poppy plant, valerian root, passion flower, chamomile, lemon balm, oat, seed in milky state, what? An orange peel. There's just a little bit left. Yeah, this stuff is very, very powerful. You'll definitely sleep like a rock. That's about right. I just have some spring water. Here, I'm just gonna add the whole dropper. It's pretty. I think this sleepy tea is starting to make me sleepy. I'm just gonna lay down and read for a little bit, I think. Are you comfortable? Okay, good. I'm so tired. Let me know if you need anything. Your tea and your tincture drink are right over here if you need it, okay? Now look at the moon. It's so beautiful tonight. It's surrounded by a rainbow. I love that. Alright, so I have this book I got in college. It's Cross Currents of Children's Literature. It's all like classic stories. One day I'd like to illustrate a children's book. It's a dream. Okay, so let's read before bed a little bit of Alice in Wonderland. Chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversation. So she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid, whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies. When suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very much out of her way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall be too late." When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it, and burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again. The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way, and then dipped suddenly down. So suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself before she found herself falling down what seemed to be a very deep well. Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly, for she had plenty of time as she went down to look about her and to wonder what was going to happen next. First she tried to look down and make out what she was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then she looked at the sides of the well and noticed that they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves. Here and there she saw maps and pictures hung upon pegs. She took down a jar from one of the shelves as she passed. It was labeled orange marmalade. That sounds good. But to her great disappointment, it was empty. She did not like to drop the jar for fear of killing somebody, so managed to put it into one of the cupboards as she fell past it. Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house, which was very likely true. Down, 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 would the fall never come to an end. I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said aloud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think. For you see, Alice had learned several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom, and though it was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her, it was still good practice to say it over. Yes, that's about right. That's about the right distance. But then I wonder about latitude or longitude. I wonder what latitude or longitude I've got to. Alice had no idea what latitude was or longitude either, but thought they were nice grand words to say. Presently she began again. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people that walk with their heads downwards. The antipathies, I think. She was rather glad there was no one listening this time, as it didn't sound I shall have to ask them what the name of the country is, you know. Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand or Australia? And she tried to curtsy as she spoke. Fancy curtsying as you're falling through the air. Do you think you could manage it? And what an ignorant little girl she'd think me for asking. No, it'll never do to ask. Perhaps I shall see it written up somewhere. Down, down, down. There was nothing else to do. So Alice soon began talking again. Dinah missed me very much tonight, I think. Dinah was the cat. I hope they'll remember her saucer of milk at tea time. Dinah, my dear, I wish you were down here with me. There are no mice in the air, I'm afraid. You might catch a bat, and that's very like a mouse, you know. But do cats eat bats, I wonder? And here Alice began to get rather sleepy, and went down on saying to herself in a dreamy sort of way, do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? And sometimes do bats eat cats? For you see, as she couldn't answer either question. So it didn't much matter which way she put it. She felt that she was dozing off, and had just begun to dream that she was walking hand in hand with Dinah and saying to her very earnestly, Now, Dinah, tell me the truth. Did you ever eat a bat? When suddenly, thump, thump, down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and the fall was over. Alice was not a bit hurt, and she jumped up onto her feet in a moment. She looked up, but it was all dark overhead. Before her was another long passage, and the white rabbit was still in sight, hurrying down it. There was not a moment to be lost. Away went Alice like the wind, and just in time to hear it say, as it turned a corner, Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting. She was close behind it when she turned the corner, but the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall, which was lit up by a row of lamps hanging from the roof. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked. And when Alice had been all the way down one side and up the other, trying every door, she walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. Suddenly she came upon a little three-legged table, all made of solid glass. There was nothing on it except a tiny golden key. And Alice's first thought was that it might belong to one of the doors of the hall, but alas, either the locks were too large or the key was too small. But at any rate, it would not open any of them. However, on the second time around, she came upon a low curtain she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door about 15 inches high. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and to her great delight, it fit. Alice opened the door and found it led into a small passage, not much larger than a rat hole. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden you ever saw. How she longed to get out of that dark hall and wander among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. But she could not even get her head through the doorway. And even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be very little use without my shoulders. Oh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. I think I could, if I only knew how to begin. For you see, so many out-of-the-way things had happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things indeed were really impossible. There seemed to be no use in waiting by the little door, so she went back to the table, half hoping she might find another key on it, or at any rate a book of rules for shutting people up this time she found a little book on it, a little bottle on it, which certainly was not here before, she had said Alice, and round the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words, "Drink me," beautifully printed on it in large letters. It was all very well to say, "Drink me," but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. "No, I'll look first," she said, "and see whether it's marked poison or not." For she had read several nice little histories about children who had got burnt and eaten up by wild beasts and other unpleasant things, all because they would not remember the simple rules their friends had taught them, such as that a red-hot poker will burn you if you hold it too long, and if you cut your finger very deeply with a knife, it usually bleeds, and she had never forgotten that. If you drink too much from a bottle marked poison, it's almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. However, this bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it and finding it very nice. It had, in fact, a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart, custard pie, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee, and hot buttered toast. She very soon finished it off. "What a curious feeling," said Alice. "I must be shutting up like a telescope." And so it was indeed. She was now only 10 inches high, and her face brightened up at the thought that she was now the right size for going through the little door into that lovely garden. First, however, she waited for a few minutes to see if she was going to shrink any further. She felt a little nervous about this. "For my end, she said to herself, "in my going out altogether like a candle, I wonder what I should be like then." And she tried to fancy what the flame of a candle is like after the candle is blown out, for she could not remember ever having seen such a thing. After a while, finding that nothing more had happened, she decided on going into the garden at once. But alas, for poor Alice, when she got into the door, she found she had forgotten the little golden key. And when she went back to the table for it, she found she could not possibly reach it. She could see quite plainly through the glass. And she tried her best to climb up one of the legs of the table, but it was too slippery. And when she had tired herself out trying, the poor little thing sat down and cried. "Come there, there's no use in crying like that," said Alice to herself rather sharply. "I advise you to leave off this minute." She generally gave herself a very good advice, though she very seldomly followed it, and sometimes she scolded herself so severely as to bring tears to her eyes, and once she remembered trying to box her own ears for having cheated herself in a game of croquet. She was playing against herself, where this curious child was very fond of pretending to be two people. But it's no use now, thought poor Alice, to pretend to be two people, where there's hardly enough of me left to make one respectable person. Sooner I fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it and found in it a very small cake, with the words, "Eat me," beautifully marked in currants. "Well, I'll eat it," said Alice, "and if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key, and if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door, so either way I'll get into the garden, and I don't care what happens." She ate a little bit and said anxiously to herself, "Which way?" "Curious and curiouser," cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot speak good English. Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. Goodbye, feet. For when she looked down at her feet, they seemed to be almost out of sight. They were getting so far off. Oh, my poor little feet. I wonder who will put on your shoes and stocking for you now, dears. I'm sure I shall be able. I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself about you. You must manage the best way you can. But I must be kind to them, thought Alice. Or perhaps they won't walk the way I want to go. Let me see. I'll give them a new pair of boots for every Christmas. She went up planning to herself how she would manage it. They must go by the carrier, she thought. And how funny it'll seem, sending presents to one's own feet. And how odd the directions will look. Alice's right foot Esquire heard the rug near the fender. Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking. And just then, her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now more than 9 feet high, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried